Hey everyone, so this is going to be like a shorter impromptu video. Figured I would go over some of the Central Georgia stuff that I got in the mail over the last couple of weeks. So we'll go over some of the actual memorabilia and then we'll go over to some stuff that I picked up on trains. So first one here is a small little book, and it's a agreement between Central Georgia Railway Company, and it's basically, seems like to me it's a rule book, and it's from 1956. Now this isn't like a rules of the railroad kind of thing, like what signals are supposed to mean and all that kind of stuff. This is more of a, I guess, corporate rule book, because it has, like, I'll kind of put it up here so you can kind of see a little bit. And it has a bunch of different actual, I guess, HR level rules and things like that. And one of the fun ones that I kind of just came across when I was just casually scrolling through it whenever I first got it was the lunch agreement, which I thought was kind of funny. When a meal period is allowed between the ending of the 4th and beginning of the 7th hour and all that kind of stuff, unless agreed to between the employing officer and the duly accredited representative of the employees, the meal period should not be less than 30 minutes or more than 1 hour. I just think that's kind of interesting. When I picked this up, I thought it'd be closer to, an actual railroading rule book, which I've seen one on eBay so far, and it sold before I had a chance to grab it. So I was a little bit disappointed I didn't get that, but this is also pretty cool that I was able to pick this up. And again, it's from 1956, so it's pretty old. So we'll move on to some posters that I got a hold of here. So first one I got was, I had to get one for the Man of War and the Nancy Hanks. And this is printed on a, almost like a film. So I might frame this eventually. And I got a paper, this is from a magazine, ad for freight on the Central Georgia. And on the other side, there's one for the Burlington. So what I'll probably end up doing is framing both of these, since this one is actually on paper from a magazine. But my real plan is to blow these up just like the map that I have in the Central Georgia and use them for wall art for either my new house or the train room for my new house. And I have a bunch of them saved on eBay, and I'm going to pick them up as time goes on. And now on to the two things that I got from trains, and one of them here is already in the shop. So this is a Atlas Steam Era Classics, I believe it's a emergency. Yeah. Oh, the box right here. So this is a 50-ton war or emergency hopper car. Now I have two of these, and you'll see the other one down there that I bought from Matt Z of the Miniature Models podcast. And this one was practically brand new. There was no wear on the wheels. Everything was still in the box, and even the coal load looks brand new. So I was pretty happy to pick up this off of trains. And the other thing is also in the Central Georgia train that I got here. Another rare find. Is this a ACF 70-ton covered hopper. Now I've only seen these sold in 2-rail, and sometimes they don't have the trucks, sometimes it's just the shell. So it was kind of cool to find one that already has the 3-rail convert, or was already 3-rail, that I wouldn't have to convert. But I do want to find 1 or 2 more of these, so that way I have more of them, because I can never have too much COG. Because at some point I would like to have a couple of freight trains that I could run behind some Central Georgia stuff. But yeah, I thought I would just share some of the Central Georgia stuff that I had gotten over the last couple of weeks. I thought y'all might find that interesting. So that's all I got for today, and I'll see y'all next time.